trying to get across. And so I was like, how can I work this into my music? And then when I was writing Energy Vampire, it fit into that theme and it had that connection to that word. And I was like, you're never gonna touch me in the sun, like I wanted something like that. And then I was like, wait, what is sun in Greek? And then I figured out Helios. Then I was like, heliophilia, Helios. And it just clicked. My name is Maeve Delia. I'm from Ottawa, but I'm based in Toronto, Canada. To me, home means the place that I can truly be myself, and the place that I can sort of ground myself and take refuge, and just not have to feel worried about anything. The place that I can really recharge. I think I've learned that wherever I live, I need to make myself my refuge, and to be able to kind of create that space of comfort with myself and like find that peace within myself wherever I go. Because I found when I first moved to Toronto, it was difficult because I didn't have that visual home of what I was used to, that refuge with the same people and the same surroundings. So I've kind of learned to like create that peace and that refuge within myself. Oh, growing up, I was always involved in music. I always did musical theater when I was a kid. I took voice lessons. I always have just been like writing music. My family's pretty musical. Everyone in my family plays music. But my dad has been such a huge inspiration for me because he's always been playing guitar around me, and yeah, we've always just like jammed and made music together. So I've just always been around music and like been expressing myself through music, and my parents have always been like a big part of that and encouraged that. So yeah, it's always been such a big part of my life. Yeah, my new project is my debut studio EP. It's called Heliophilia, which means love of the sun. It's got 5 songs on it, and it's all about finding peace within yourself and creating that positive energy and trying to hold on to that. A big part of my project was working collaboratively with my dad. He has been like my creative partner in crime for this project. Like we really like worked through so many of the ideas. The songwriting was all mine. I came up with these songs just on ukulele or guitar or whatever it may be. But in terms of like the instrumentation and the production of it, like he has been my go-to person, and he's helped me work through this creatively. So that is a huge part of why like the feeling of home sort of shines through in this project, to me at least. And a lot of these songs I did write when I was a little bit younger. Some of them are very new, but a couple of them I did write when I was still in high school, and I just knew I always wanted to get them produced. So they kind of hold that like nostalgic factor for me as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of become an interesting blend because some of the songs were written in Ottawa, some of the songs were written in Toronto. Even some of like the audio, like in my song MP3, it's about the scene of like being on a streetcar or being on some form of public transportation. And I always think of Toronto when I think of that, because the audio that plays in the start is from the TTC streetcar. And that was one of the songs that was written in Toronto. So there is that like city energy that comes with it as well. So it's kind of like this blend of like my old life, I guess you could say, and this new experience that I've had in Toronto. Yeah, there's kind of like this dualistic energy that comes through with that, I find. One of the songs/lyrics that stands out to me is in Energy Vampire. In the chorus, I say, "Oh, you're never gonna touch me in the Helios." That Helios means sun in Greek. I don't know why I felt drawn to use a Greek word, but I think actually where it stemmed from is the title heliophilia. I came across that word like a while ago when I was in the planning process of creating an EP, and I just saw the word and the definition, heliophilia, love of the sun. I just thought that was so beautiful, and I never heard that before. And like that sort of theme and that energy is something that I encapsulate in my music a lot, and I just thought it was very fitting for like the theme I was trying to get across. And so I was like, how can I work this into my music? And then when I was writing Energy Vampire, it fit into that theme and it had that connection to that word. And I was like, you're never gonna touch me in the sun, like I wanted something like that. And then I was like, wait, what is sun in Greek? And then I figured out Helios. And I was like, heliophilia, Helios. And it just clicked. And so that's why I couldn't help but like put that word in there. Yeah, that's one of the standout ones for me. And I was thinking about putting it at the start, and I was kind of going back and forth with like that and flowers. And I was talking to my dad about it one day, and he was like, you should start it off with Energy Vampire because that's the single, that's what you're gonna want everybody to hear first. And I think that he was totally right about that. But I really thought about it, and I think that starting off the entire EP with Energy Vampire really like sets the scene and gets across the feeling and the theme that I was trying to communicate. So I think that when people hear that, they will understand like, you know, exactly the message that I was trying to convey through this EP. It's different song to song. A lot of the songs on this EP were, I just started with some chords, either playing it on guitar or ukulele, and then the lyrics came from there. Usually the melodies come before the lyrics. I'll like be playing and then just humming, and I'll start saying gibberish. Like it'll all be gibberish until words come out. And then a lot of the time it's like my subconscious is telling me what I want to write about. Like the words will just start to float up and I'll be like, oh, that was a good line, I like that. Where am I going with that? And then I sort of realize through that process where I'm trying to go and like what emotions or what themes need to come out through the song that I'm writing. Don't worry too much about where you're going. Just start with a basis and then figure out where that feeling is leading you. It doesn't need to start with chords like a lot of my songs do. Like a lot of the time I'll just be like in the shower and then a hook will come into my mind, or I'll think of a line that I think is interesting and then I'll write it down into my notes. There are so many things that can inspire songwriting that can come from anywhere. And I don't think people need to worry about having this perfect thing because that is going to sort of take away from the artistic process. And I think just like letting things come out naturally is the best thing that you can do when it comes to songwriting, and realizing that not every time you try to write a song is going to like be a banger. You know, like most of the songs I write, I don't finish them. But continuously just like learning how to express yourself through music and creating that opportunity for really good art to come out, I think is important. Not worrying about the outcome, but just sort of like allowing yourself the space to be creative. Okay, so I am part of an a cappella group at Ryerson called Dynamics. I joined when I was in first year. I was just walking around the activities fair and I saw a cappella and I was like, signing my name up right now. I got super excited and I just started like as a soprano in first year, and now I'm executive director. Clearly I've had a great time working there, and it's been great for me, first of all, because it's a great way to keep, you know, practicing and keep my voice in shape. And like, I stopped taking singing lessons when I left high school because I moved cities, right? So this has been super, super beneficial for me. And it's also been great just like socially to find people who also love singing and love music and like just want to like match your energy when it comes to that, and people who just want to perform. Yeah, it's been a great experience. And I've learned a lot about performance and performing with other people, and even like arranging. Like there's so much that I've learned, and it's been a great experience. Oh God, I feel like that depends on the person and like whether you're going by genre or by mood. I feel like it depends on the song too, to be honest. Like Energy Vampire to me kind of fits into that indie pop, vibey sort of music. Like I feel like it would go with stuff with like Benny. Do you know the artist Benny?
Love that.
Yeah, like that's kind of like the vibe I was going for. The Energy Vampire, kind of weird story, but I listened to this artist called Dayglow. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I love Dayglow, and I was like, this music is awesome. I want to try to write something like that. So I came up with the chords, and then I wrote the song. It ended up sounding nothing like Dayglow at all, but obviously it's gonna go in a different direction when, you know, I have a different style and the production is different, and like, I wasn't trying to necessarily replicate it, but I was like, this vibe, this feeling, it just feels like good music and it feels like summery to me. So that is the type of playlist that I would want my music to end up on. I would love to be playing in places all around Toronto and Ottawa, to be honest. Probably more chill spaces. My name is Maeve Delia, and you can catch me tonight at the Fake Avenue Music Festival, coming to your screen.
Hi Fake Avenue, my name is Maeve Delia, and this song is called Flowers. I've done my part, I guess it's up to you. Oh, I wear my heart, my sleeve is red and blue. And I hope you know that I don't go through phases like the moon. No, I won't be giving up on you anytime soon. I had a bit of baggage to sort out, I left it by the side of the road. And ever since I've been traveling lighter, wherever I decided to go. Who'd have thought it's not that hard to do? Well, maybe I could go and write another super song, and I could play it for a crowd or two. I've done my part, I guess it's up to you. Oh, I wear my heart, my sleeve is red and blue. And I hope you know that I don't go through phases like the moon. No, I won't be giving up on you anytime soon. But lately you've been making me worry, it's time to keep yourself in a hold. Well, sometimes you just need a reminder of all the pretty stars in your soul. Life returns, it just goes to show. Flowers have been blooming inside me, I see them when my eyes are closed. I've done my part, I guess it's up to you. Oh, I wear my heart, my sleeve is red and blue. And I hope you know that I don't go through phases like the moon. No, I won't be giving up on you anytime soon. I fell for this peculiar lifetime, can't feel my energies. I'm happy just to sit in the sunshine. Will you come and stay with me? Hi to everyone who's watching. If you didn't hear me at the start, my name is Maeve Delia. That song is called Flowers. It's off my brand new debut EP called Heliophilia. It was released on October 3rd. Thank you so much to anyone who has been streaming it or anyone who does give it a listen.
that's what I'm going to be performing tonight. I'm going to be performing the EP. But before I get into the next song, I just want to say that I'm super, super grateful to be here today because, as you can probably guess, performers haven't had a lot of chances to perform this year. And I really wanted to share these songs and share my art with you, so I'm super happy that I get to have this moment to share my art with you, even if it is through a screen. This is super cool. Yeah, this song is called Energy Vampire. Let's go. Don't talk to me, I've got a brand new policy. Won't hang around if you're low quality, not issuing any apology. Don't call for me, don't give my number out thoughtlessly. I won't let your energy bother me, just blame it all on your astrology. 'Cause lately on my own, I've been doing just fine. And lately on my own, I've got nothing but time. And it takes so long to get here, I don't mean no disrespect here. Oh, you're never gonna touch me in the helios. You're never gonna get me wrong. Tonight I'm fire, energy vampire. You see, unless you wanna get onto my frequency and learn to let it be, you're gonna watch it all backfire. Energy vampire, so critical. Keep that shit to a minimal. Don't need you all up in my visuals. Ain't that or you protect your subliminal? So pitiful. All your little problems are fictional. Repeat them all over the digital while I'm trying to make my life more livable. 'Cause lately on my own, yeah, I've been doing just fine. I'm better on my own, but all opinions are mine. Opinions are mine. And I've worked so hard to get here, I don't need no disrespect here. Oh, you're never gonna touch me in the helios. You're never gonna get me when I do. Tonight I'm fire, energy vampire. You see, unless you wanna get onto my frequency and learn to let it be, you're gonna watch it all backfire. Energy vampire. I'd say look in the mirror, but I don't think you can. I'll be steering clear and I hope you understand. Said I'd say look in the mirror, but I don't think you can. I'll be steering clear and I hope you understand. I'd say look in the mirror, but I don't think you can. I'll be steering clear and I hope you understand. Oh, you're never gonna touch me in the helios. You're never gonna get me while I'm building my empire. Energy vampire. You slip away, my only lifeline. If If you could stay, then I'll be alright. See the rain, some better sunshine. Yeah. Move the way so we could get by. Oh, I can't take another day. Don't you wanna run away? You may never get your way with me. Whoa, this ain't flattery. Running out of battery. Stop your chattering. Oh yeah, feel so out of me, out of my anatomy. Freeze, get mad at me. Oh yeah, yeah. They've erased all of the guidelines. I think I'll stay here on the sidelines. Oh, a little pain, a bit of fist fight. Yeah. Go with the wave, forward the riptide. Oh, I can't take another day. Don't you wanna run away? You may never get your way with me. Whoa, this ain't flattery. Running out of battery. Stop your chattering. Oh yeah, feel so out of me, out of my anatomy. Freeze, get mad at me. Oh yeah, yeah. This ain't flat, running out of battery. It feels so out of my anatomy. This ain't flat, out of my anatomy, out of my anatomy. This ain't battery, running out of battery. Stop your chattering. Oh yeah, feel so out of me, out of my anatomy. Oh yeah, this ain't flattery, running out of battery. Stop your chattering. Oh yeah, feel so out of me, out of my anatomy. Freeze them out of me. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you. That song is called Flattery. For this next song, I'd like to take you on a mental TTC trip, a mental bus ride wherever you live. So let's picture it. You're chilling on the bus. It's a nice summer day. You're just looking out the window, watching the city pass by, and you pop your earphones in and jam to some tunes. This song is called MP3.
Half an hour until my stop. Shuffling till I get off. Yeah. People come floating through. For a second, every stranger looks like you. Count 3 minutes at a time. You're the subject of each line. Heading south and turning west. I'll just wait and shut my mouth and look my best. Now you're all up in my business. Show me what I'm missing. All I gotta say is you gotta be kidding. So I made sure to leave you an empty seat next to me and my MP3. Me and my MP3. Turn the volume up to 10. Turn the volume up to 10. You're probably with some you probably. Why do I have to care so much about it? If you told me that you want me out your hair, I wouldn't doubt it. So I got playlists for the traffic, fading holographics. Let me set it straight. Don't mean to be dramatic, but I made sure to leave you an empty seat next to me and my MP3. Do it differently. I hope maybe someday we can make a melody. I know you'll see one day we could do it differently. I hope maybe someday we can make a melody. You're all up in my business. Show me what I'm missing. All I gotta say is, you gotta be kidding. So I made sure to leave you an empty seat, just in case you're heading the same way as me. But that's not happening realistically. So I guess it's just me and my MP3. Na 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 na. Me and my MP3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and my MP3. Hey, yeah, yeah. MP3. Yeah, da da da. Yeah, da 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 da. Me and my MP3. I have one more song to share with you tonight. This last song is about overextending yourself and prioritizing everything else before self-care. And I know that's something that a lot of us have been struggling with, especially over this past year. So I just kind of wanted to take this opportunity to remind everyone that it is very okay to take care of yourself and to prioritize yourself, and you should. Yeah, and I just wanted to say that no matter where you're at right now, you are doing fine. You're doing great. You should be proud of yourself. And I'm sending you all the love and the strength and the inspiration and all that good stuff that you may need right now. And thank you once again for being here and for sharing this with me. The song is called Try Too Hard. Oh no, did I mess myself up? Oh no, did I try too hard? Oh no, did I mess the rest up? Did I push myself too far? Oh no, did I mess myself up? Oh no, did I try too hard? Oh no, did I mess the rest up? Did I push myself too far? You can hope the best for me, but that won't change a thing. Cause I have tied my brain up tight. Now I can't even say goodnight. Yeah, you can hope the best for me, but that won't change a thing. Cause I have tied my brain up tight. Now I can't even say goodnight. Say, oh no, did I mess myself up? Oh no, did I try too hard? Oh no, did I mess the rest up? Did I push myself too far? Oh no, did I mess myself up? Oh no, try too hard. Oh no, did I mess the rest up? Did I push myself too far? Oh, you can't hope the best for me, but that won't change a thing. Cause I have tied my brain up tight. Now I can't even say goodnight. Yeah, you can hope the best for me, but I won't change a thing. Cause I have set my brain up tight. Now I can't even say goodnight. Present world wishes he could never change a thing. Words alone cut it, that's the reason that I sing. Don't know what I was thinking when I said that I could balance it. I thought I could do it all, they told me I was talented. But I so don't live this way. Give me what you got, I promise you I'll be okay. I'm sorry you found me spiteful and keep shooting you down like a rifle. 11 years old with the bar set high, watch it unfold as the years roll by. Anxiety attacks, little girl, me burnout. Routine pity party, what a nice turnout. Hey, you can't hope the best of me, but that won't change a thing. 'Cause I have turned my brain up tight, I can't even say goodnight. You can hope the best for me, but that won't change a thing. 'Cause I have turned my brain up tight, now I can't even say goodnight. Thank you. My name is Maeve Delia. Have a good night.
I like cringe when I hear it now, but I still think it was a pretty neat song. And it was the first song that I ever wrote that after I wrote it, I was like, I think this is good. I was like, I think this is actually kind of good. My name is Emma Beckett. I'm originally from Mississauga, Ontario, but I'm currently based out of Toronto. I would say home is a place where you are surrounded by things and people that make you feel comfortable and safe and happy. Yeah, the first place that I ever sang in front of other people was at church in choirs from when I was like 7 years old. And other than in church, I didn't sing in front of basically anyone until I was like 14. So it just took a lot of time for me to just like foster it and learn and kind of get confident before I even could think of like breaking out of that. It was definitely a Taylor Swift song. I was really into Taylor Swift in middle school, and I started wanting to sing along to like her songs, and then I started wanting to sing them for myself. So I remember like opening like the Ultimate Guitar app on my iPod Touch and putting it on my piano and like learning by myself quietly, but only when I was home alone because I was way too scared to sing in front of anybody yet. Oh yeah, absolutely. 13-year-old me with like the drama of like middle school shenanigans was just everything to me. She was the reason why I started writing songs, was because I was like, this is making me cry on a school bus. I would like to make people cry on a school bus, but like with what I do, so. Yeah, I think I try to be very like honest in my songwriting, and I don't like to like sugarcoat things or like make things seem like more than they are. I kind of just write exactly how things are happening and like exactly how I'm feeling. I don't like to try to go like roundabout with it and make it more kind of like fancy than it needs to be. I think Little Ways is a good example of it because of the way that in the song I'm describing really simple things that are like indicators of like when you're like falling for someone or like when you like have like a soft spot for someone. And so it's like really tiny things, like letting them like win when you're playing a game, because I'm really competitive. I don't like losing, but like I remember like the specific instance that I was talking about, we were arm wrestling, and like it's such that's not important, and arm wrestling is not important, but I was so competitive, so I'm like I need to win this arm wrestle because everything depends on it. And then I won, and then she was like, oh no, and I was like,
rematch, and then I let her beat me. And I was like, what? Why did I just do that? Because it's like such like a just like honest like tiny moment, but like meant so much at the time. And I feel like if you try to like make some weird metaphor out of that moment, it like ruins it. But if you just describe it exactly how it happens, it's like it captures the kind of like moment. I taught myself guitar when I was in high school. So probably, I think I was about 15. I started stealing my brother's acoustic guitar and trying to learn it. Because I found, like, I would play piano, but then there were some songs that felt like it needed a guitar. So I was like, oh, I might as well learn. It's like in my basement. So I kind of slowly like taught myself that like over a couple years.
Are those original songs you're talking about, or songs you wanted to cover and learn?
Mostly covering in the beginning, because that was kind of like, that's how I learned. I remember the song that I wanted to learn on the guitar when I got it was Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran, which was way too ambitious for someone who had never played the guitar in her life, but I stuck it out. I hurt my fingers real bad, and then from there I just kind of worked on it.
Have you learned how to play it since then?
Yes. So I just kept seeing these videos of Ed Sheeran using loop pedals in his live performances, and the way that he could like expand the sound of his songs when it was just him and that, and make them like give them the depth and like the justice that they deserved in a live setting in comparison to the recordings. I was like, I need to be able to do this because that's really cool. So I ended up learning, and then you can kind of build up, like you can do like the little drum beat, you can do your little bass line and like have a riff and have some chords. So I learned how to do that to perform, and then I started also kind of writing my songs using that method, like building it up kind of from like a beat or from a riff, and then having things kind of build from there. And it helped a lot in just the way that I thought about songwriting and building songs, as opposed to just guitar voice. I kind of started thinking about the different parts of it as well. It really depends. I know Little Ways, it happened 2 different places simultaneously, and then I brought it together because I had the lyrics from the chorus about like what the subject was, and then I really wanted to write a song that would be cool to listen to like in a car. So just like kind of like driving drums and like fun, happy like guitar riffs. So I had that in like a project file on Logic, and then I had a note app like chorus, and I was like, these could go good together. So that kind of happened for that one. But other times, I would say majority it starts with lyrics for me. I started doing the Harry Styles covers because I'm honestly just a huge Harry Styles fan and a huge One Direction fan as well. Just waiting for them to come back. They won't, it's fine. But yeah, so I cover songs that I enjoy because it's fun for me and I get to like practice and it's good. So I was posting some covers and stuff, and then he has an unreleased song called Medicine that he only ever performed live, and there's no recorded version. And so I listened to the concert videos, I figured out the guitar part, and I posted a cover of it, not really expecting it to do much because it wasn't even out. But it gained a lot of like traction and people really liked it, and then they were like, cover more Harry Styles, and I was like, okay. So we all I finished that album, did all of it, and then the next album came out and I started releasing those, and like they all seemed to do really well, and it was like people started liking that, and then once they're engaged, they go to like, my Instagram and they see that I have music and they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. So it's beneficial for everyone, I think. The first song I released was called Man Down, and I released it in 2016, I think. I like cringe when I hear it now, but I still think it was a pretty neat song. And it was the first song that I ever wrote that after I wrote it, I was like, I think this is good. I was like, I think this is actually kind of good, and I want to do it justice. So I like put some effort into recording it and stuff, but. my songwriting kind of turned a corner after the Dropout EP, because for that EP I was writing majorly on my loop pedal, or just with like a guitar voice. Like I was writing very simply and then kind of building it up from there. But for these newer songs, it was very much, I wrote it in a different way. As like, for those ones, I wrote it mostly on like Logic. So starting sometimes with riffs, sometimes with a bass line, sometimes with a beat, and then building it from there. And for a huge part of it, I was focused on writing songs that I could play live with a band. And I had never really considered that before. I had always been like, oh, it'll always just be me, like I'll just be by myself. But then I started loving the idea of having a band, and so I wrote music that would sound good with a band. And I think that kind of unlocked in my brain like different ways to write and different sounds that I could do because of the possibility of performing it with more people and like the possibilities that that would bring. Yeah, so Evil Evil is a fun one. The crux of the song, like Evil Evil, is a reference to my girlfriend at the time, the relationship that song is about. There was somebody from her past that had been like not so nice to her, and whenever we were talking about that person, we would refer to them as Evil Evil. It just became like a nickname. I would always use it to talk about this person that had like done her wrong in the past. And so kind of through the course of that relationship and then through like the breakup, I struggled a lot with like guilt and like feeling like really, really bad for like causing this pain to her. But then still trying to hold on to like, but I didn't do anything wrong, and like struggling with those two ideas, like between being really guilty and then also knowing that I didn't do anything wrong and that I was just doing what I needed to do. So then the song is kind of like the journey between like having these feelings of like anger and blame, but then also in the end kind of just accepting the fact that I'm the villain now to her, and that in her story and from her perspective, I'm just evil now. So the end of the bridge where I just say, I'm evil now, I deserve what's coming to me. It's kind of like the admission of, not guilt, but the admission that to you, I'm bad now, you probably hate me, you think I'm the worst, and like that's okay, I guess, because that's just like kind of the way life goes. You're not always gonna be able to be perfect to everybody. Some people are just gonna hate you.
Brilliant response.
I would love to start playing clubs around Toronto as like an opening act. I think, because people dream of headlining and stuff, but I think like there's a magic to opening acts that's like, it's like an audition almost, but like it's an audition for everyone that's there. Because you're like, you're not here for me, you're here for someone else, but here I am in front of you, you're looking at me, so like I better impress you. I think there's like so much fun. I'm Maeve Beckett, and you can catch me at the Fig Avenue Music Festival.
Up the sketchy stairs, see the socks under the crack in the door. A hug from a stranger, they say that they're tripping on LSD. A little insecure, I don't even know who this party is for. Covering up the lights with paper, can they see the red on me? I know you don't even like her, so why are we tangoing tonight? Sorry for her, but I hope they have a
I thought of a very stupid joke before I started because I realized that my guitar cable has a little knot in it. And I was walking onto the set and I looked down and I was like, don't get it twisted. So I had to tell that to you because who else will I tell it to? No one. No one else would get the joke. But you do now because I showed you the knot and everything. So, haha. Good, very good. This next one is called Lost. It's very sad.
Maybe I felt too hard and broken. Maybe I lost them in emotions. I was going through to make you feel at home. But I stood outside your house for like 10 minutes before I walked up to your door. I've never felt that scared before. You cracked the door, you cracked a joke, and that's what broke me. I know I went about it all wrong, and I'm sorry. And in the momentary silence, my eyes were open, I was trying. So that I broke it, I was biting. I want all the blame, it's mine. I started pulling pieces out, the traces crawling from my mouth. I can't unsee the way you felt, can't unhear the way you shouted to the walls that you were hurting. I couldn't hear what I was burning, so I watched it all come down. Is a house that's falling still a house to something, or was it never home at all? 'Cause a house is gone, but I look back sometimes. I'm trying to figure out if that's alright. 'Cause it was wilderness and maybe I got lost a bit, but regret is more than wishing that the ending had been different. And just because it's over now, it doesn't mean that I don't think about how I felt so free dancing on your forest floor. The wind got colder through the trees, but I don't feel it anymore. And just because our home was a temporary one, it doesn't mean that I think any less of us. Is a house that's falling still a house to something, or was it never home at all? 'Cause a house is gone, but I look back sometimes. I'm trying to figure out if that's alright. I'm trying to figure out if that's alright. And if you'd rather let the ruins turn to dust, I understand that. But I hope you know you cross my mind sometimes when the sun sets.
All right. So now now that's over, let's get into some more fun stuff. That song is called Not That Cool. Probably, I don't know, it's unreleased. I can change it at any moment. Keep you on your toes. This next one was the first single off of my newest project. It's called Little Ways.
myself in circles till I lose my damn mind. But subtle's never been my forte. I don't know if you ever even realized. The logic doesn't check out, the charts are out of balance. It would probably never work, but is it wild to imagine it could? I always love ending that song with like really intense like chords because it's just like a little happy song. But I like to end it with intensity. It's like, yeah, it's a happy song, but I meant it. I meant it. All right, I've been Emma Beckett. Thank you so much to Fake Avenue for inviting me to be a part of this. I hope you're all having a wonderful time at home. And I'll see you soon. This is Evil Evil. Guess I'm talking her ear off, 'cause she's flying to the moon, dancing in treetops. Got to the spot too soon. I'm baring my teeth now, 'cause my foot's in the trap. She said I'm ripping it out now. She didn't hear a word I said. So when I talk, she won't hear me say that I'm searching in the desert 'cause she's looking away. In it somehow, see I'm bleeding, she thinks it's fake. I'm feeling it now. It dug a hole and I can't get out, and I'm feeling it now. She's asking what this is about. Oh. So when I talk, she won't hear me say that I'm searching in the desert 'cause she's looking away. And when I walk, bet you wish I'd stay, but I'm coming through the desert and I'm walking away. I let a lot of stuff slip till the moment I quit, 'cause I loved being needed and I needed a hit after hit. They kept coming, started feeling I was running out of water out here. But I'll tell you something, I don't think you ever really wanted me. You wanted someone who'd roll over just to treat you like a queen. And even when you know it's over, you can keep your conscience clean.